Just make a test here. People can test it. If they've been testing your system stuff. It's calling up. I think it is. It's calling up. Yeah.
Hello Bishop, I'm just trying to test the system for the presentation and just testing the sound and things like.
Okay, yeah, it's okay, the audio is not so good. That.
Sorry, what did you say about the audio? It's not good.
The audio right now is not very good. Is there any way we can improve on that?
So what do you mean? Is it that you can't hear me, or is it?
I can, but it's got an echo.
Echo.
Okay.
Oh, let's see.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Okay. Yeah, what I would like to do is I'd like to forward some slides in about say half an hour.
Okay, half an hour, yes.
Is that right? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Where did you send them to?
I will have to send them to. Give me an email. I can send it to John's email or any other email that you suggest. So, because he suggested that
I think you'd be able to send it.
If you have capability, I will just.
I think you'd be able to send it through the Skype chat now, or anytime. And so I won't have to interrupt him.
Oh yeah, I can do it on the Skype chat. Yes, I can send that on the Skype chat in about half an hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
That will be fine. We will do it on. I'll send this slide on the Skype chat.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. I'll see what I can do about the echo.
Okay.
Thank you for helping test this.
Excellent. Bye bye.
I'll see you. Bye. So that works.
Where is he coming from?
I'm not too sure myself. I'm just trying to get on tech news.
In this country?
I think he's abroad.
Yeah.
I think he's from abroad. I think he might do it here. I'm not too sure myself.
Yeah. Oh, I've just been watching.
Yeah. I just keep following it. It's interesting that you can just moving around and seeing what happens.
It's interesting.
It's very volatile.
It is indeed.
It's like, it really depends who gets in and what happens with things. Like, I can't really see anyone, but I really like it at this point in time.
Well, as Prime Minister or as leader of the Labour Party, or as both.
I think Jeremy Corbyn's alright, even though I just think that he's divisive, but the only reason he's divisive is that he stands, he's very strong in his opinions and his opinions. on the whole, are in touch with young people. Although I think the defence thing is a bit isolated. He can be not going to be convinced that the defence is important. I think that's where a lot of people are just standing against him, these other things, which I would agree with. But Prime Minister, that's unusual, because the moment we start annoying a lot of countries, and very quickly as Prime Minister, then you find yourself in a lot of trouble.
Well, you're going to get one of those from Brexit, aren't you? You know, beat Boris Johnson and Michael Gove or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not too confident about Boris Johnson. It's definitely not going to be Michael Gove.
Well, would you vote for Donald Trump in America?
Definitely not.
Well, he's in the same boat. He's from the same stable.
Exactly. And it's a real shame. I mean, imagine. I couldn't imagine this 2 years ago.
You could.
2017, Boris Johnson Prime Minister and Donald Trump was president. It's amazing. At the same time, everyone will just have to learn and adapt. You know, it always happens everywhere. Everyone just have opportunities everywhere.
I'd be like, I'll go and live in Scotland.
That's true. It's going to take quite a while as well. Because I don't believe they're going to break anytime in the next 2 years. Maybe Scotland are going to be much careful. Even then, you know, it can go to Parliament. And they can say, actually, even if people voted, we actually realize that we're not able to do this as quickly as we want to, so we're not going to just stand in the way and get to the line as well.
I was just saying it did better than
I mean, it can be a good thing, it's just...
Yeah, probably not yet to go.
Oh, I've got to stay in there. Oh.
He worked for the Ministry of Environment and we were talking about this and he said, what do you want us to do first? So we take these those graduating, yeah, you can see it in there, in this central. Ladies, Mrs. President Powell, the Trios Limited, Normal Thursday, Oliver, the trios, Oliver, the couple, we always give you the same seat, this thing today. The couple sit over there. So, not always, they will always sit on this chair. No matter. Bola? Was Bola? That's the chair, yes. And where's the man? That's the managers. You know those, yeah. and now these features word for word.
Do you need someone to say a few words while you're copying that?
When in the environment where things have to be written, it's not in there. You've got to speak word for word so that you're quite proper. Allow me. It's not far. First and foremost, may I say thank you very much for coming, and we apologize for a slight late start, and we will catch up very quickly. Your Excellencies, Zambian High Commission, Mrs. Chengo, and the First Secretary, the Press, business owners and chief executives, all present here today, participants coming from different parts of the country, all of you sharing your visions and products, graduates entering into new development. And I know that you've come to share your visions and what you're going to offer as products and services as well. Allow me to acknowledge also the management teams, the event managers, master of ceremonies, catering team, security and public relations, and all technical staff and the floor managers. We also thank God for the Lifegate Church that lets us use this facility on leaves. Allow me in my opening statement to acknowledge my mother-in-law, Mrs. Norma Fese, the powerful, beautiful lady there, who gave birth to a beautiful wife, Denise Lukomana. She just disappeared. A big hand for my mother-in-law. Amaka Bwingi has traveled a distance of 11 years, and the early years, my mother-in-law used to present a lot. And she's got a few customers in this auditorium, which I recognize as Miss Charity Mwanza there, very powerful customer. I was the first customer, that's why I don't cook. She does Mary Kay. You still do it? You still do it? The Mary Kay, just a bit. You must count what God has done in your life. This will give you strength. I once heard a preacher say, not long ago, just yesterday, when you look back what God has done for you, you will be given strength. Regardless of what you go through, regardless of the journey, count what God has done for you. Amaka Bwingi was born out of a small book, only 13 pages, which I was asked to write. A couple, husband and wife, educated in the UK, but broke. But they decided to get out of this situation. I believe I heard a voice from God saying, write me a story, and I will show you what to do. The book was published, only 14 pages, and anyone who read it, they thought I was talking about them. So people demanded for the next stage. And I said, God, you asked me to do this book, what next? That's when conferences like this were born. For 11 years, we have never cancelled a meeting, we have never missed a meeting, and meetings go on and on. Now, that time, my daughter was only 7 years old. Now she's 18. And sitting next to my mother-in-law is my wife. When mother-in-law is present, my wife breaks protocol. She doesn't sit with me, she just wants to onka. Those who come from Zambia, onka, you know what it means, yeah? Onka means is now, yes, that's the good interpreted translation. This is now 11 years. The focus was to teach people, originally those from Zambia, then the Africa branch, and the rich people in this country who are friends of Zambia and Africa, to teach them out. Investment. When you learn something about investment, then you know what to invest in. That's how the journey began. This is a 250 years project, and we've only done 11 years.
remaining with 239 years. I remember when we went to Zambia with my colleague, now my pastor, Dr. David Owoke, seated in front. We were in the House of Chiefs presenting our regions and our visions. I mentioned that we are doing 250 years. Royal Highnesses sat on the edge and said, Doctor, we don't have time. We want it now. And I said, a vision that is 5 years is a dream. And it expires in 1 minute. But you need to dream longer term, 1,000 years, so that in your heart you're circumcised, you no longer focus on yourself, but generations to come. Things we enjoy in the United Kingdom, things we enjoy in African countries, we are birthed by fathers who foresaw this day today, that our people will begin to invest and live better lives. This is why Amaka Bwingi face to face is 250 years, remaining 239 years. When we do these foundations, our children and children's children will build on our shoulders. They must never make mistakes that we make. We must not mourn for things that we did not achieve, but we must speak on those things we didn't achieve with a positive perspective, so that they may find vision in it. Many of you are Christians. David decided to build a temple for the Lord. They said, no, David, it's not you who's going to build a temple for me, but your son Solomon. But because David said what he wanted to do, Solomon fulfilled that vision. So what you haven't achieved, your children, your sons and daughters will achieve. Keep building. This is the vision of Amaka Bwingi. What have we achieved with all these 11 years? Capacity building. We do so for many people. With capacity building, we've got showcases. Winnie Nachibula, now living in Zambia, she lived in this country for over 10 years. She was a member of Amaka Bwingi, she had a dream in foods, etc. She was a food therapist. We said, we can help you. Now she is running Nazia food business in Zambia, supplying food chain stores in Zambia. She gets traditional foods, organic, nicely packaged, barcoded. Now, if you go in the shops, look for Nazia foods, you'll find them. She does actually flavored chinkubala. Anybody knows chinkubala? The rich people, they call them whales. These are delicious. They really want to taste chinkubala. Nice protein. So such people have now found their base. On the website of Westminster Open College, we have featured a lady called Benzo Malawi. Benzo Malawi was a student. She also lived in this country for 20 years. When she came on the platform of Amaka Bwingi, she found a vision, and she told me, sir, I'd like to do an MOU with you. And I said, what do you mean MOU? I didn't do nothing. 2 years later, she came and said, sir, I want to do business with you. What we're talking about, I've done it. She's now running a training institute in Zambia called Moonlight Training Institute in Zambia, just behind the Mana Center arcades. These are things that we achieve. We have Charity Mwanza and Grace Tulo, now involved in construction business. You see later. These are women who have held tight on the platform of Amaka Bwingi with capacity building. They are now going to invest in Zambia, and this year I'm glad I always take investors in Zambia on introduction services. Now I'm taking powerful ladies, which leads very well in the theme of the human rights, supporting women's rights this year. I think these are some of the millennium goals. What else have we achieved? Linkages back to our country of origin with a view to invest back. And I can gladly showcase what we have done in Zambia initially. Over the past 3 years, we have taken water companies, Aquarium Limited, contract signed now, in supplying equipment. We can begin to see a change in the way water systems run in Zambia. This was done through Amaka Bwingi, in conjunction with the referrals from the High Commission. We also have philanthropists that we've taken to Zambia to go and just dig a well for people in the village. This is because Amaka Bwingi platform is there enabling people to do that. We have also begun to connect with Nigerians, Botswana, Ghana, many other countries represented. As I go very quickly, we have a power to connect with embassies. Why? Because we recognize embassies and high commissions as the custodians of the information and of their people who have come to live in the diaspora. I can gladly showcase on Zambia High Commission. For 11 years, they've never missed a single meeting. And I think they deserve a big clap hand. Amaka will links with high commissions. Now we meet with the Nigerian High Commission last year, and I suppose they might come in a little later. Tanzania, Malawi, and many are coming on board. Why? Because Amaka will has created an enabling environment for the high commissions to meet their people in the diaspora with a view to invest back in the country where they come from. Amaka now is a home for all Africans, and I mean all Africans in the diaspora, and all friends of Africans in the countries of hosts. I now learned that there's probably more than 54 countries in Africa. Amaka says, welcome home, home from home. Find your vision here in Amaka. We have connected with the United Kingdom businesses, friends who have products and services that are of benefit to us, like the parabuilding products you see later, the Business British Alliance, Business African Business Alliance. I've been trying to learn this lesson for the past 4 years. I think I'm now got a PhD in it. But he, my colleague, my British African Business Alliance. Say Amaka Bwingi. Yes, give us a figure. Village Water, for example, is now running workshops over 700 villages in Zambia. And they've created employment all through Amaka. We have projects running in Solwezi to agriculture with Royal Highnesses and His Royal Highness Chief Tambo in Lunga. They came over here for capacity building, and we are doing good projects in there. Hopefully we'll get a contract for construction of a shopping mall right there in Lunga. People don't have to travel to Chimbola. These projects are underway, you see later.
Yes.
We now, through the AYP52 consortium, have access to funds, big finance, centering on construction projects with a budget of over $500,000 and above. If you are dreaming big, dream big. And I'm glad that we begin to convey some of these things. Some of them, the first one of the application came from Zambia, but processes are still ongoing. Second came from Nigeria, third came from Nigeria, and things are going on in the range of $10 million US. One of them, the second one, $80 million US. So a total of $18 million US might come through this process of Amaka with our partners in AYP Consortium. On the Westminster Open College, we now are creating programs that you learn here as capacity building. You can get accredited through the college. All this has happened on the platform of Amaka. Most importantly, each year you come here, you take fire in your bones to make it big. A rising women like Mukawa, who through a tragedy of family, was inspired on the platform of Amaka to go forth and set up a charity. We'll see later. This is what we call Amaka Bwingi's heartbeat. It's about the people, building a people that can do things in the future, a people that can build a foundation for their children. Now, let me motivate you as I close in the last few minutes. Children are the best things you can now invest in. I went when I was at Zambia High Commission and Christina Mutale's foundation of a scholarship. One beautiful young lady said, and she dropped down, she cried. Parents, we are taught that many of us don't know how to swim. If you did know how to swim, but teach us how to swim. But I say, that's very true. How would you teach them how to swim? Get a private tutor. You may not calculate mathematics, chemistry, but you need to do a private tutor so they can excel. Why do I say so? They would not relate to you saying that my son, my daughter, I want you to go and get a PhD in chemistry. They say, Daddy, I know you got a PhD in chemistry. How come you don't use it? Oh, want to do nursing? You say, Mommy, I know you're a nurse, but you don't use nursing. Any career, why? Because you're doing a part-time job that is making you better money than your original career. But you need to tell them this. Sanya, daughter, I'm telling this country so that I can fund a foundation to make some bit of money to make a life for you. It wasn't easy for me to get into the job market, but you can get in there. Why I'm doing this is for you. You can build on my shoulders. Because if you don't tell them this, they will not go and do their studies. I've been teaching this country for over 11 years, 20 years in China. Let me not believe it. I'm a very young man. I'm a very young son. I've been teaching for many years. children do like this. I don't want to learn. But if you tell them why, but they'll tell you, Rooney earns $250 per week, I'll do football. It won't happen. So I charge you, let them be given a private tutor. And in closing, investment must be a topic in your family. Learn investment. There's a lady who's been talking about investment, that's all bother. Don't waste materials, don't waste time. Let people invest in good things, your children in this country, so they may connect back to where you come from. And in closing, women, this is your time. And I'm glad that my mother used to say, if you give me a chance, I can do a very good business and even go into leadership. And I love to charge women, your time has come, arise and get up that vision of business and plant it. There's no restrictions. You can do it. You can make it. And with this in mind, I'd like you to put your hands together as I welcome the Excellency from the Zambian Commissioner, Mrs. Irene Chengo. Put your hands together. Thank you very much. And welcome to the fourth conference celebrating business productivity and success. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Allow me by beginning to introduce myself and my colleague I came with. I'm actually standing in for the High Commissioner of Zambia to the UK, His Excellency Mr. Mwira Chikonde, who is not able to be with us because of other engagements. I'm here. First of all, my role is First Secretary Trade in the Zambia High Commission, so it's so appropriate for me to be here and to work with the Amaka, particularly with Dr. Bwingi, who has really challenged me as a person with the passion that he has and what he has achieved. With me is my colleague, Mrs. Abigail Chaponda, who is the First Secretary of Press, and she's here to report and to get firsthand the work of the Amaka Wing, but also I'd like to urge you and to inform you that Zambia High Commission is now slowly rebranding, improving, being challenged to go beyond, and we have built a new website which is on test transmission, which we hope in 2 weeks will be up and running fully. So it will be a very great platform to connect with Amaka Wing and all the other businesses, including other missions, other colleagues in the UK. And it will be interactive. There will be a site, a page where you can send in your information, your events. There's a page where you can ask for information, where you can even give us your recommendations and your observations, including your complaints, so that together we can build a better Zambia in the UK and reach out beyond borders. So, good morning again on behalf of the High Commission of Zambia and Zambia in particular. Let me just begin by saying Dr. John Lukomona, Chairperson of Amaka Bwingi, and I'm here to also acknowledge the presence of all excellencies and business executives, business owners. Mrs. Lukomona, behind every successful man is a woman. Well done through all the years with your work and your support. Mr. Oliver Glendinning, this is one business that I'm so passionate about because I see the need back home in the small sector and growing. And all colleagues, all guests, and to the graduates of today, it is my pleasure to be here, and I'm so honored to stand before you and just give a short address and thank you for once again honoring the High Commission to grace this occasion. As Dr. Lukomana mentioned, there's been a long association with the mission, And we've tried in our little way, and sometimes I look at what Amaka has done, and I think I wish we could do more, but restricted with resources and capacity. But our hearts are with you, really. And Amaka is the pride. When I came into the mission, just slightly a year ago, a year and 3 months now, I think, I was inducted by a very vibrant colleague, Mrs. Mushinge Ikai, and she's not here with us, she has been transferred, but I still want to pay tribute to her. And all the work she did, she taught me a lot. And this is one organization that we are proud of, which does not miss our annual report to Zambia. The work of the businesses that they've connected with Zambia through the mission, and really we are proud because they make our work easier. And that's why I say that if I could do more, I would. However, allow me just to mention a few things. On behalf of the Zambian government, I want to commend the Amaka for this event and for contributing clearly to our economic drive and vision of Zambia, which is, among many things, to grow the middle income sector and to raise our GDP as well, and to attract more investments into the country for the betterment of our future, our children and their children. There can be no better noble vision than this that the Amaka is holding. Particularly, I want to say this to all the investors and would-be partners. This year, Zambia is going to the polls again, as some of you may be aware, with the unfortunate demise of our 5th president, His Excellency Mr. Michael Chilufesa, who passed away. We had to have another election, a by-election, last year, January, where His Excellency President Edgar Chagwa became the 6th president of Zambia, under the same party, the Patriotic Front. And now, because of the 5-year term having run through, we have elections on the 11th of August, 2016. And for most people, the first question that we are asked, and I'm sure the Amaka will be asked, is where to? How safe, how certain is our investment and all the work that has been laid to ground? I'm proud to say as Zambians, we have a record of peace, stability, consideration, and respect for investors. And I like to say this, that come August 11 and beyond, business carries on. No matter who will be in government, business carries on. And I don't think there'll be any investor who will wake up and everything is taken away because the government changed or the ministers changed or whatever. So this is one area I just wanted to emphasize and to mention that it's business as usual. And God loves Zambia and everything is well. Ladies and gentlemen, coming back to the current work, the government's current policies, we have sectors that we need investment in, including health, education, skills training. Again, I'm happy to note that the college, the West Midlands Open College, is fully functional and is training people in this regard of skills and beyond. And the investment programs are so relevant to our country. Agriculture also is a key sector, including and especially agribusiness, food processing to add value addition. I would like to urge the members and all the would-be business partners to look into Zambia and invest in these sectors. But what is so painful is that we have the raw materials. And I know this is a similar situation with our fellow African countries. We have the raw materials, we export them as they are, and then we buy them back as finished products at so much more than what we sold. What we're lacking is the machinery, is the skills, is the capacity, but I think it's also the determination that we can do it. I'm happy that now we have country branding programs like Buy Zambia, Buy South African, and Malawi is best, and all these drives that are really awakening us to the fact that we have the resources, we have the capacity to do much more. May I not even forget to mention that even our products are much healthier. You may be also interested to know that the Zambia High Commission now is fully dedicated to support anybody, be it Zambian or not, who is having the vision to come and partner with Zambia, because we are aware that Zambia is now part of the global village. And for us to attain the sustainable development goals, we need to work as a team. And so I'm so honored when I see people like David there sitting for Baba, and other people from other countries and organizations and Parry building. And I'm thinking, yes, this is the way to go. Because when we pull together, we can do much more. And especially in light of what happened yesterday, I think Africa should position itself to begin to directly engage with British businesses to fill that gap. Ladies and gentlemen, Zambian investment environment is among the best in Africa. A couple of years ago, it was ranked 10th, but I'm happy to note that 3 weeks ago, I attended an event in London at the Legatum Institute. They published a prosperity index report of where Zambia has even improved to become number 7 in Africa. And this is despite the background of the low commodity prices, the challenge we had in the energy sector, which really choked business and industry operations. We had a situation last year where our kwacha really went so much down, and journalists all over the world call it the runaway kwacha. And fortunately, by the grace of God, and by a lot of fiscal policies and actions, it was able to wake up from about 22 kwacha to a pound at its worst. It went all the way in April this year. It came to 13 kwacha. And it started to slide slowly to 15 with the Brexit yesterday, the out. It gained slightly, it was at 14 kwacha from 22. And I look around, it's really commendable despite all the challenges. But I think I want to challenge all of us here. I think one of the key things that we can do is to attract homegrown investments, especially tapping onto the diaspora skill and the funds and the connections here and back home. When we look around, all of us are sending little monies here and there back home. Whenever we are also saving in the banks, and we're not realizing much value out of savings. I'm not saying don't save, but I think some of us are making money sit in the bank, and the bankers use it, and we are not giving our countries an opportunity to utilize that much. So it's really a challenge that we should start through associations like Amaka, Bwingi, and Baba, and all these other organizations, with the high commissions in the UK. We need to start looking at how much resources together can we pool and how much change can we bring about. At this point, I want to acknowledge the women and all the work we are doing as individuals, small enterprises, and sole traders, and in whichever sphere we are. I notice that more and more women are taking up the challenge to be in business. We are moving the paradigm from just being a worker in a company or just a housewife. Lately, we see more and more women, even when they have a job, they have a little business that they do. After work, weekends, and something that keeps them, earning that extra income. And I think this is commendable. But what we are lacking is now the synergy to come together more as women and be able to attract even technical assistance and funding and the accountability. That whole process to see ourselves growing from that little Irene to Abigail and 3 other women and a group of us, moving even multi-million dollar or pounds contracts and being able to run together smoothly so that we can really say, okay, yes, this is the contribution from the women into the country. But I know that a lot is being done. We just need to do more. The mission has a brief which has been forwarded by the Zambia Development Agency, which I was talking to Dr. Komona that I forwarded on email yesterday. It is the Zambia Development Agency Exporter Directory. And this has been published in conjunction with the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry, with ZDA, which has the mandate through an act of parliament to drive trade and investment and promote exports. This document, through Amaka Bwingi and Dr. Komona, any of you that are interested will get a soft copy. It will be able to give you so much information. And we have another brochure which was done yesterday, and again electronic, on the tourism sector. Not only showing you the opportunities, but it's also going to help you and me to market our tourism well, without having to hand in, brochures and papers and just trying as a country to also reduce our costs and manage. Okay, yeah. So, any questions that you have going forward, please do not hesitate to call on the mission. As the High Commissioner says, our doors are always open to engage. And I'd like to mention here that historically, people thought the High Commission is this high monument, do not go there, do not touch. Who are we? We cannot, I think some of you sitting in this room know. Yes. It was like, oh, them and us. Yes. But we have a whole new team, rebranded. From the High Commissioner to press to deputy, we are all a year old, some of them are a few months old, and we come with this drive, and most of us having even been in private sector, we appreciate the human resource. And so we've had a few events in the past, and I always urge people that, look, this is different. And a few of them have just said, oh, actually, it is different. And they said, but to come. They were afraid to come to the mission. But I'm saying that is your home. Without you and your various activities and issues and inquiries, there would not be any High Commission. We might as well lock the doors and go home and farm or do whatever we do. So I'm urging everybody to spread the word that the High Commission is our home, away from home. And finally, I'd like to say a big thank you again and congratulations to the Amaka Bwingi and the team of hardworking women and the gentlemen for once again hosting this, the 11th year, right? the 11th year of business, networking, and linkages. Congratulations again, and God bless your work, and together we achieve more. And before I close, I would like to just say something. The way that God works. When I was posted over here, I came just as, okay, I'm going to work. And one of the diaspora events we had last year, I met a lady, and she's my auntie-in-law. The aunties of my husband. He's late now, before I remarried. So, Auntie Beatrice, and she says, oh, hello, are you here? I said, yes, I'm here. And she says, oh, okay. And I said, look, my son will be coming in 2-3 days' time. And then that's how we connected. And then we connected with the younger sister, who I had met at the event last year as Amaka Bwingi. I had no idea that she was my mother-in-law. And she's here and very committed, Auntie Chewe, and she was very helpful to me and my children when we came to settle us, to tell us what's this and what's about UK, and just to make us feel at home. She took her grandchildren out and about to see the London Eye and other places, and yeah, my son went back to university in Zambia, but they still communicate. And I just wanted to say thank you and bless you, and I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. This is very nice. Now, I think Your Excellencies, thank you very much for your message, and we appreciate how much value you put on Amaka Bwingi because of all the people that you see sitting in the audience that makes Amaka Bwingi what it is. And above all, God's presence in the region counts. I feel like now increasing the fees for introduction. There's a program we do, introduction services. So now it's a complete family. Thank you very much. At this stage in time, I'm now your master of ceremony. I'll be working the next 20 minutes. And after I break out, I will hand over to our credible people running the event. Let me introduce them officially. The Masters of Ceremonies today is Dr. John Lukomona, standing up here, Dr. David and Pastor Owoke, and the Chief Executive of PCC Limited. Our committee will just gone outside. Mr. Oliver Lenderly, are you sitting here? Just gone outside. And the event managers, the ones that are prompting us because of time. When I was speaking on Friday, they were doing like this. And I said, they look beautiful from me. I checked, oh, I'm still wrong. So, just joking. We have the chairperson of London branch, Mrs. Bwingi Zelenga. Very powerful woman. She runs an organization where she motivates marriages. If you want to learn more about marriages and everything else, Mrs. Bwingi Zelenga. How much would you like to come to the conference? Thank you very much. And we have Ms. Alice Chewe Musanya. Now crowned also by knowledge that you are now linked to Mrs. Chengo. It's a very good thing you did. And I didn't know that. I think you told her that we look after you very well, don't you? It's always good to see. Sometimes they say a good name is better than riches. If you say Dr. Kowa looked after me very well, it's better. If you give 1,000 pounds to that man, hey, when you see him run. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate your kindness. Mrs. Chairway has got a very kind heart. She runs a company called the Topsoil, where she employs children who are disadvantaged in Zambia. She's got an IT company in Zambia. Then they work in there, they get wages from the company. She says, 300. She says the only joy that she has is when she goes to Zambia, she never pays for transport, she never buys her food. Wherever she goes, there's dinner ready for her. That's our wages. I think that's a good heart. One of the philanthropists, a big hand. And we have Miss Charity Mwanza, a woman of substance, a wonderful heart. Charity has run with this vision in the second year of its launch, so 10 years in total. Our best investment, we say, this is going to work. We put money in there, it went. Now, me, the guy who was in forefront, they say, this is going to work. I say, Lord, what's going to happen? But these people, they know what investment does. The very first few years, it just then when suddenly, then when you're walking, you think you're going like that. I know one company, for 29 years, they never made a single profit. In the 29th year, they made so much profit, such that every single year was irrelevant in the past. Billions. I won't mention their names because I don't have actual data. It's public. Mrs. Shengo knows about the company, I'm sure, because in the meeting I was presenting, I was there. But I won't mention their names in case I misquote. I think it starts with K, and the end with G somewhere. In between, it's a long name in between. So, businesses like that, thank you very much for that, and very supportive. And speaking, the catering team is Norma Fese, my mother stand up there, a very big hand. A woman of many talents, businesswoman. She can do beautiful cuisines. When you eat her food, I'm telling you, you'll be happy forever. I thank you so much to my mother, Mrs. Denise Lukomana, my wife. When I met my wife, I just love that I smile. This woman can smile. I like a person like this because I'm a man of people. I need some people can smile. And my precious princess, Faith Lukomana, she is also a very good singer. In the house, she doesn't sing that much. When she was 4, she would sing throughout and very quiet. But after 6 years, she's just quiet. But now, when she produced that voice, I said to her, "Daughter, I didn't want you can sing that voice." When I'm asking to sing some voice in the house, Daddy. But when she stands here, under the handshake part of our pastor church, back in the church, pastor can testify. I said, "Daughter, is it you? Something like water. Oh, how do you do that?" Without wasting much of our time, we're going to have a protocol. Then people graduating, we are going to go in that room and dress up. And we have covered time. I told you, Amaka, when there's a miracle that happened in time, we are now back in time. We are back in time. So we are going to have a protocol. So what we're going to do, light up your mobile phones. I will just ask Your Excellencies to come over here. We do this so that in the morning we all look fresh and very happy. So the way it's going to be, the Excellencies from the High Commission will stand here. You come forward. Right in this spot. Dr. David Oka, PCC Limited. Over here. The management team over here. That's the first protocol. Then after the protocol, the graduates will go in there and we will go to which country by country. That's okay. Okay. Use the cameras. Yeah. The camera is running as it is. Let me just get up now. Yeah. Yeah. The camera is running. The pictures. Okay. That will be very nice. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, take pictures if you have done. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. If not, it's not as important. No, you have to go to the cross and come back. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, you're going to stay for a long time. The rest can sit down. Can I have now Oliver, trios? So trios, if you want to attend your own phone, give somebody else the phone. David? Zibo? In the picture? Okay, let me see the picture. So find that camera person and make sure you play them with people. Very, you shall see it. If you want to open your phone with somebody, make sure you put it in your hand. That's it. That's it. That's it. I said the video, the video.
It's a full-length feature film.
You're done? Just don't go away for 1 second for the video camera is running. Okay, thank you very much. Your Excellency, you stand there, you will be there for a long time. Then can I have Ms. Norma Fese, Denise Wikumwana, Faith, Natasha. Can I have Joyce? Bola, you are next. Get ready. Where's your team?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, Brian, you can hear joining. Yeah. Okay, you may step down. Thank you very much. Brian, come. Stay with that. Please, yeah. Please stay there. Bola, Joyce, Demukabo. The graduates, you will be next, all of you together, those graduating. These photos, we love them. Talk about 100 years later, they are always very good. Pastor Francis, is that a kind of a video? I feel like it's coming before. It's a video. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Now can I have the graduates, people graduating, your guests, your excellencies, your thank you very much for your patience. And Sir Natasha, Bwingi? Yes. Sir, on the left hand side. Mr. Renatus, why are you hiding your face? Madam, I don't see you, sir. Madam. Maybe picture. Got 2 minutes for photo calls now. Let's add 1 minute. Okay, thank you very much. And the next, David Comfort, you want to be photo? You want to be photo? David Comfort, Mr. Mark, Dr. Chiti, Mr. Mia Useko, who hasn't been in the photo. Toby. Jared, how come you sitting so far away? Toby.
Am I saying?
Excellent. Who hasn't been on the scene yet? We've all been in the pictures, yes? Fantastic. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. A very big hand, Your Excellency. Now, we're having a short break. Just network amongst yourselves. Don't leave the auditorium. Have a chat. Get to know each other. This is Dr. Amaka Bwingi. And those graduating, if you can just all go into the room behind. Those graduating, you go into the room behind. Thank you very much. I'm enjoying this event. Are you enjoying it? Yes. Are you glad you came? You feel fire to just come up and do more. Graduates, Gerard, this room here, this room. The room is this one, please. So network amongst yourself to fight this break. The room is this one.